Hello, 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 Pisces. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Or should I say, I'm back. Thank you guys for being patient with me while I took a rest. I appreciate it very much. I am back and refueled, ready to do your tarot. Um, I do apologize for those who've been watching, and I was hoping to do some readings while I was gone in Universal Studios or Disney World. However, I forgot my cards at home. I can't believe it. They were sitting here ready to be packed in my suitcase. I had the decks I wanted and everything, and I forgot them at home. And so I didn't have any. So I did look around. And I tried to find some. And I thought, oh gosh, Harry Potter, wizardry, he's probably got some somewhere. None. And when it's funny because Disney World is not about psychic and all that kind of stuff. We walked through one of the lands, and my daughter's like, "Hey, mom, look at there's a psychic reader over there," and I'm like, "What?" And lo and behold, the it had a store of incense and crystals, and they were doing henna, and there was a girl in the corner doing readings, and I was like, oh wow, hey, and I just said hi, hey, do you have any tarot decks for sale? And I'm a reader, and I just forgot my decks at home. And she's like, well, I got a few. So I have one deck here. I've got two decks, but one of them I'm just not quite resonating with. I thought I did, but I didn't. So I'm just letting that refuel and get some energies here. The other one I may use this time. So I apologize for not doing any readings there. So the only other announcement is Divine had me post a video, had me work on it, edited. It took a little bit, but it's called Decisions and Choices. I didn't understand why he wanted me to post that one because it's not really a spiritual video, but it is about understanding yourself deep within of why you're making the choices and decisions. So if you're sort of stuck, and I see it because it's coming up in a lot of the readings this week. It's definitely coming up about your choices and decisions. And so I was like, oh, that's why you want me to do that video. So that is out there and uploaded. So I hope you watch it. If you're going through some challenges of making choices and decisions, or you seem to be in the same repeat pattern, maybe picking the wrong person, maybe making the same wrong choices, and nothing's really wrong. It's just we have to have more wisdom in the choices that we make. So that's out there, and I hope you watch that. I would love your feedback, your comments on it. I've noticed some people have watched it already, so definitely take that and look at it, and I would love to hear your comments on it. All right. So this reading that we're doing today is from the 12th through the 18th. Now, I did do, when I got back, I did do a collective reading and on the new moon, excuse me, because it was really important. So on the 9th, I did a new moon reading. That energy is still playing right now. So I'm recording this on the 11th, 7/11. Oh boy, I actually have a past friend that has a birthday on 7/11. Anyway, definitely those energies are still in play. So if you're feeling a little weepy, emotional, maybe your emotions and feelings are all over the place, that's the new moon. It's in Cancer, new moon in Cancer. And please go back and watch that, and that might help you with your reading today. All right, so let's get started. And those for you that are brand new, I'm pulling 3 oracles. Most readers do past, present, and future. I do the Divine's card to answer any of your questions. I ask him, please help them through a message or whatever. That's his message to you. I do current energies, which will be the 12th through the 18th. And the future energies is the future energies from most likely the astrology part, seeing what the planets are saying for your future, for your next couple of weeks. And go from there. What's really interesting, though, is the Divine's card and the astrology, the future card, ends up being almost the same. A lot of the times the same, but the energies anyway. All right. So there is a lot of what I'm noticing out there with the readings this week. There is a lot of deceit going on out there. Things that you really are going to have to keep your mind on. And really being on guard of, people just not being honest or things not being what they seem. I don't know what that is. Yeah, definitely. All right. So let's get started. And yeah, I understand. You'll see what I mean by that when I keep saying that here in a second. So the Divine's card this week for the 12th through the 18th, I'm looking at a calendar when you see me look up, okay? So I'm like, what week am I on? What day am I on? It's been crazy. When you go on vacation, everything sort of gets kerfuffled. So the owl, and now this has popped up with another sign this week. Again, this is about deception and wisdom and the number 4. So this again pops up. This is about deception, people trying to deceive you or manipulate you or make it an illusion or make it to seem what it's not, sort of like magic popped up. Magic is an illusion. That's all it is. It looks maybe like what it is and it's not. And it's come up with the dating world too. So we've got to be really, really mindful and really on our guard and listening to our intuition this week. Yeah, I didn't even see what the second card was, and I'm trying to explain what was going on and what I'm hearing and what pops up for your next card for your current energies. I can't make this crap. I can't. This is the Grail Knight. This is about romance. This is about illusions and seeking the sacred. What did I say? You got to listen to your intuition. Your intuition is your telephone to the divine. That's it. That's your spirit talking to you and the angelic realm or the divine talking to you or who he sends to you, whatever your guardian angels, whatever that is to you, that's talking to you. And it's like if they could pound on your chest and say, I'm trying to tell you something, and we always go against our intuition, then that's what gets us in trouble. So they're saying pay attention to the illusions, what might be deceived, manipulated. Step back and say no for the moment, because your future energy. That's why I was chuckling earlier. Is fear. Okay, so and that is 8. So that's the number 3, acknowledging that there is fear there. This is the number 6. Number 6 is about your harmony, and it's there to mess up your harmony, to trick you, to manipulate you, to get you in the wrong path. So you really just got to be mindful this week, be aware this week, and really face any fear that you might have this week. That is when you face your fears. That is divine saying, okay, now you're trusting in me that I'm going to take care of you and things are going to be fine, no matter what. But when you face your fear, then the fear goes away. That shadow gets smaller. You have to sort of look at fear as a big shadow that follows you and is not going to let go. So then when you face that fear, that shadow gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then when you face it enough, the shadow's gone. Then you're just standing there in your own self and nothing is holding you. That devil card is not keeping you bound. All right. But definitely there's a lot of stuff coming up this week. Oh gosh, thanks for knocking them out of my hand. So I got to leave him in reverse. That's how he popped out here. Definitely, we have the King of Pentacles as your first card out. So for somebody, okay, thank you. So for somebody who's not really financially stable at the moment, and again, we've got to be really careful when we're not financially stable, because what happens is when we're not financially stable, we become very vulnerable to things that are not real. It sounds too good to be true. So then maybe we have, $100 in our pocket if we're lucky to have that, and you have $100 and somebody comes to you and say, hey, I can make that 100 into a $300. I can make it into, how would you like to invest in this? Just $100. Again, that is that deception. That is that, that illusion. And that's what's going to keep you. I just used this scenario in Scorpios. It keeps you in like a what do you call that? A cotton candy machine. You know how you put the cotton candy in there and you turn it around and turn it around and turn it around, and the cotton candy builds up too. It's really big, but this will actually, the cotton candy, the sugars run out, and you just keep spinning. And that's what's going to happen. So you got to be really mindful if you're in a real pinch for finances and stuff like that. Stay tight, hold on, trust in divine. Tell him he knows you're in a pinch. You have to, if you trust in him, trust me, money will come where you don't even have a clue where or how it happens. I have been there more than at least 24 times, literally. Even more than that. And I would tell him, okay, I need this amount to the penny. And it would show up. And it's like, where the frick did this come from? I didn't remember this. I didn't. Or somebody just like, hey, I'll pay for it. And I'm like, you're kidding me. Or it's been paid for, or something happens. It just happens all the time. So, so if you just got to, this is fear for you right now. This is your future energy, but this is fear for somebody that, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to, you're in a finance pitch. How am I going to have this happen? There's resources out there like No Tomorrow, and he may just give you a resource. So a lot of people don't realize that. When I was homeless, I went from homeless to owning a business in a year. So when you can do that, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are, welcome. And that's Justice, welcome. So a lot of the times there's resources that we don't even know about. When I was homeless, I learned every resource that I could possibly get. And some people don't even know about them because I had to survive. I had to figure it out. I had to go there. So there are resources. But the other thing too is you got to trust in the divine, and he's going to bring things to you like no more if you trust in him. But you got to face your fear. You definitely got to face your fear. Oh, in Sweden. Well, welcome, welcome. I think you're my first one from Sweden. 1123. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, you can ask a question. If it's not pertaining to what we're talking about, I like to answer those at the end, just because if, people are wanting just a reading and they don't want to listen to other people, they can go, that kind of a thing. So, definitely if you have a minute, then definitely, yeah. Oh, you're from America, but currently in Sweden. Oh, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Well, enjoy Sweden. That's cool. I'd love to go to Sweden sometime. My daughter would love to go to Sweden sometime. But definitely, you're very welcome. Okay, so let me get this spread out here, because now this energy that somebody might be pinched for money, this may not be everybody. Okay, so you guys, Pisces, this when I talk to Divine, he sends energies through. He could send me 5 different people. He could send me 3 different people. He could send me one different energy. So it's just be mindful that this can change in a heartbeat. So I don't know who I'm talking for. Are these upside down? Oh. Okay. Make sure that I'm reading them the right way. Okay. Oh, wow. Awesome. 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 I love this. Oh, who's the pessimistic person out there? There's a pessimistic person out there. You're pessimistic because you're scared. You're very fearful. Your future energy. Definitely. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to be doing a love reading at the very end, so hopefully maybe that'll come through, and if not, I'll pick a couple cards. All right? I definitely will do that. All right. So we've got this, but please understand, I love this. The reason why I was saying, oh, I love this, is because the next 2 cards out is Death, and we've got the Chariot. So what does that mean? That means that your financial situation will stop at some point. It will move forward. It will be okay. And even if I ask my viewers to go to Divine and ask the Divine, not the tarot cards first, because the Divine is the ultimate source to go to. And you know what? No matter what, it will be fine. But you got to get through this little slump kind of a thing that you're going through right now. And I love the other thing too, is because remember, we're talking about deceit, illusions, things that are not true, things that seem to be what they are and they're really not. That's what's really, you got to be careful for this time, because you're a little bit vulnerable, because we have the High Priestess in the center of your spread. How amazing, because your center card, your current energy card, is Seek Sacred. Sacred is divine. Sacred is God. So you got to go to them and let them know. He knows. I call him he, but he's energy. I get it. However, that's just easier for me. And you have to go to they and say, hey, you know what? It's like, well, he already knows. They already know. No, you need to speak it. They need to know that you're having trouble. They need to know that you're stuck. They need to know that you understand the situation that you're in. Okay, that you need to speak it, because when you speak it, you bring it to life. So this is what it is. This is all about trust and belief. And definitely, because somebody is really, really thinking too hard on what is happening in the immediate. So what happens is we focus in on the problem and we try to control it. We try to figure it out ourselves when the answer is actually within ourselves, but we're deceiving ourselves because we're not looking to the supernatural. We're not looking to divine first. He'll give you the answer if you pay attention and give it to you. It's already there. How to make money, it's already there. How to get out of your situation, it's already there. But you're not listening to your intuition. You're rather somebody rather focuses on, somebody's a pessimistic, because the thing is, you're focusing in on all the negative. You're focusing in on the situation rather than looking for the solution. A lot of the times we're so involved and so stuck in it that we look at that and we just get consumed with it that we don't even see the solution. And the solution might be right there instantly. I don't know how many times I've done that when I lived in the world mindset. Um, it'd be like a light bulb moment, as we say, was that it all of a sudden was right there. It's like, it's been there the whole time. Why couldn't I see it? So that happened to me one time while I was driving in the car and I had a light bulb moment. We call them a light bulb moment because the light goes on. And, I was like, oh my gosh, it's been sitting there. So why didn't I see it? Because my mind was so stuck on the problem that my mind wasn't open enough to see what was really happening or around to help that situation. And this is your challenge card, Pisces. This is your challenge card. Somebody out there is so into their problems that they're can't sleep, they're having nightmares, they're having, they're just, their mind isn't quite there. And this is your challenge card, because if you release and surrender that to the divine, he will put that answer, like that light bulb moment, right there. And that's why I live more in the spiritual realm right now. I live in the spiritual mindset. Divine, what do you say? What do you need? Or what do I do? I go to divine first, because you know what? It's 10 times easier, because those light bulb moments are like that. Because I'm open enough. My chakra is open enough to be able to pay attention to that. My eye chakra, my head chakra, my heart chakra, those are all open enough to say, okay, I'm listening. What do I do? And sometimes there's nothing for a little while because you're not ready, or he's not ready. Or maybe if it's a person, this might help you, Justice. If it's a person, they're away for a while because he's working on something with them, or he's working on something with you. And then when it's the right time, he'll pull you guys together again, or together. So it's like when we try to manipulate a relationship. I really want him to like me. Oh, I'm going to wear these clothes. He says he likes this cologne. I'm going to put that, or perfume. I'm going to wear that, blah, blah, blah. That's manipulation. That's not divine. That's you trying to control a relationship. But whatever this solution or whatever this problem is, the problem is you're fearful. If you get rid of the fear, this is your future energy. And the only way to get rid of the fear is seeks the sacred one, seek divine, and ask for that fear to be released. And he will give you the courage to be able to face that fear. I'm getting goosebumps for somebody all over. I'm on mark for somebody out there. So he will give you that courage and that strength to face whatever fear that is. It could be speaking to somebody. It could be doing something. It could be acting on something. It could be taking a new job that you are really fearful, that you feel like you're not qualified quite for, but you are, but you're just your confidence that isn't. So he's going to give you the strength and the courage to actually move forward through that fear. Love that. I love that. So, and then this will begin to dissipate. This is your challenge card, to stop thinking about it so much. Do you know when you start in a position where I can't fall asleep, I lay there for hours, lay there for minutes, can't fall asleep because your mind's working too much, or, you fall asleep and then you wake up and then you can't sleep anymore. That is the divine saying, hey, you need to release it to me. Let me take care of it while you sleep. Because he works the best in the dark. That's why I always talk about the garden. You plant a seed, you can't see those roots grow, you can't see that little sprout starting, you can't see anything, but he's working on it. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's a little sprout. Oh my gosh, we got a plant, we got something growing. That's the divine working on you. That's the same thing with fear. That is the same thing with making sure that you're not being deceived, because that intuition is saying, something's not right. I really shouldn't do this, but it's my last $100, and I really could use the extra money. And then he takes your money and walks off of it when your intuition is saying, no. So illusions are a big thing. Deceit is a real big thing for you guys this week. Being really, really careful, because you just have to trust that this is going to end. You guys, this is going to end. And it's going to end in a good way, because you're going to actually seek divine. You're going to actually listen to your intuition. Okay, and this rest of this negative gunk is going to go away. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. I was going to go to love here, but let me make sure, because I don't have any other clarifications here today. So let me see if the divine is probably saying like, no, don't go to love yet. I'm not done. It's like, okay. And I'm not getting a whole bunch of downloads. So I think I'm right on the mark on this for somebody. Definitely. Again, the Four of Cups, just don't focus on your problems so much. Again, just worry about today, because tomorrow is not promised. Just worry about today. All right. So let me get here and see if there's anything else he has to say. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. He says, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity I'm about to give you. So Ace of Wands in reverse. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity I'm about to give you. Seek me. I'm the conduit. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what I heard. Okay, don't shoot me. That's what I heard. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Definitely seek the sacred one. The High Priestess is there as well. So if you believe in the angelic realm more than divine, there you can go. But you know what? The angelic realm comes from divine, so he allows all that to go through. All right. Is there anything else divine that you want me to share before I go to love, please? Okay. And he wants you to have this. The Ten of Cups is about everything. This is about having everything that your heart's desire, having everything from what what you're desiring in your life. It is more of the supernatural, the internal. This is your spirit is what it's wanting, because when you want a family and you want children and you want the house and you want everything, it's not the material things that you're looking to have. It's the spiritual part of it, that the joy it brings you in the. He's like listening, and he's like, the joy that brings you in the morning. And I'm like, how corny is that? The joy that brings you. Okay, that's what it is. And maybe he's right. Maybe it is the joy that brings you in the morning, because when you wake up, you're excited, you're happy to be there, you want to be there. And so maybe he is right in saying that. Goosebumps everywhere for somebody. I don't know who. Okay, so let's go to love, because it wasn't really too much that he had there. So go to love. And while, just so you know, as I do these readings and as I shuffle, I'm talking to him all the time. I'm talking to him all the time. Is there anybody else you want to come through? Is there anything that you want me to tell them? Am I on track? Am I missing something? Do you want me to share something? Is there, that kind of a thing? And then I get downloads, a lot of downloads. So just know that I multitask. I've done this for so many years. I've been an empath since I was little. I just never let it come out, or I didn't share it to the public until actually, 2019? Do you know my channel? I can't believe it is going to be, 1 year on YouTube anyway, that I've been doing this on YouTube. Justice, did you go? I see you deleted all your messages. 1 year in July 17th, it'll be 1 year. So I'm not sure what I'll do. But anyway. All right, so let's see what love has to say. And then we are going to take any questions. If you want to ask your question, definitely. So we have the High Lady of Love and Compassion, and that is the number 1. So a new energy. So reverence, kindness, and consideration. Okay. So definitely a new relationship. Somebody that maybe is going to be coming through that you will think is a lot more kind than what you're used to. Okay. And they're going to carry themselves with high integrity. This person is going to carry themselves with high integrity and honesty. This person is going to be open enough to you. However, they're not going to be a person that's going to allow low integrity. I don't know who this is for. You may already be in this, but it's somebody that actually you look up to. It's somebody is like, wow, you're impressed with, or you are inspired by, that kind of a thing. All right. So that definitely is something. And for those of you that have had this financial situation or whatever you're going through, I'm not sure what anybody's going through, is we have the full moon in Capricorn, and this is the Moonology deck, and this is the end of a tough cycle. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, so that is really, really good. So if you're having troubles with a new relationship, or you're in a relationship and you've been having troubles, it's coming to an end. Yay! So there's a lot of that. The only reason why we have troubles is we have poor communication, and we don't have the skills that need to have that communication. We need to understand what the other person thinks first before we go and think about what we want to think. Because if we have somebody else's perspective first, because we already know our own perspective, we have somebody else's perspective first, then we can go ahead and understand and maybe get on the same page or the same level, or maybe agree to disagree, that kind of a thing. All right. So that definitely is something that is going to be coming your way. This is a new energy. I don't feel like this is somebody that is been married for a long time. Could be new. Maybe they're going from engaged to get married. Maybe you're going from dating to get engaged. Maybe you're going from single to dating. But this is new energy, and it just seems like whatever's been weighing it down, or maybe you've grown internally, and you've worked on yourself in your singleness, and now you're ready to find somebody, and that toughness of being a single is probably going to go away. Although it's tougher to be with a relationship, I think it is, than to be single. All right. So I guess justice has gone, but I appreciate them popping in. And so don't forget, there is that new video, Choices and Decisions. Please look at that. Please comment on it. Let me know what you think or what you would like in the future, because you can always ask and request what kind of videos you would like. There's definitely videos out there for spiritual growth. There is for your mindset and transformation of better and wisdom and making your life better. And I hope you watch those, definitely. And some of them are on Divine Warrior Intuitive or on Get Balanced 2020. I think Get Balanced 2020 probably has more about your mind and transforming yourself to better habits and things like that. So I hope you watch that. So we will definitely see you on the 19th live. And for those of you that are brand new, thank you. I hope you hit the like button if you've enjoyed this so far. It's important for us YouTube creators when you smash that like button. YouTube seems to, I don't know what they do with it, but anyway. And then for videos, since I am live most of the time, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and that'll notify you when I'm on for your sign or I've uploaded a new video. So I hope you do that as well. So don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love, and we'll see you next week. Take care.